It's disgraceful. Disgusting.
Despicable. Oh, will you three calm down? It's not so bad.
It's terrible, Charles. Us big engines aren't meant to be shunters. I agree. We need Thomas back.
Thomas is enjoying his life on the branch line.
What does that have to do with anything?
Remember how down and depressed he was when he wasn't on the branch line? Besides, if Thomas left, who would run the Farquhar branch?
Well,
Exactly. Now please, do us all a favour and go to sleep. We all need it for tomorrow, me in particular.
Why you?
If you must know, there's a big shipping contract coming in tomorrow.
And how will you get the train shunted without a shunter?
I'll shunt it myself, Gordon. Oh, bother.
Is there a problem, Geoffrey?
Yes, James, I've derailed. Now the goods contract is going to be behind schedule.
Oh dear, what a pity.
Glad to see you're concerned. No, bother, that's not good. James, you'll have to take the train.
What? Why me?
You're the only engine available to do so.
Ugh, how unfortunate. James left with the goods train. However, he was furious at having to take it. In the evening, Sir Topham Hatt came to address the engines. Good evening, engines.
Sir, before you say anything, I want to apologise for my earlier derailment.
It's all right, Geoffrey. I don't blame you. It's been hard trying to find a shunter.
I thought the LMS had those jinty shunters. Surely one of them could work for the railway.
I thought so too, but currently they're needed where they are.
Don't worry, sir. Shunting a few trains won't be a problem.
Sir Topham Hatt walked away, and the engines launched into discussion. Simply disgraceful. We're made to suffer just because Sir Topham Hatt can't find a shunter.
Come now, Gordon. He's doing his best.
Don't tell me you enjoy shunting, Alice.
As a matter of fact, I do. It proves my versatility.
Well, that's different. You're much smaller than I am. You're a 442. I'm a 462. Geoffrey's a 280. Engines like us aren't designed for shunting, hence the need of a shunter. I agree.
James, what are you complaining about? You're able to maneuver around the yards easily compared to Gordon.
Well, it doesn't mean I should, because tender engines don't shunt.
You three are acting foolish.
The next morning, Alice met up with Thomas with one of her stopping trains.
Good morning, Thomas. How are you today? I'm good. The branch line has been pretty busy. We've had quite a few stone trains. Of course, James is able to come up the branch to help with these trains, but he outright refuses. I'm not surprised. He hangs around Gordon and Henry. And how are the Three Stooges? To put it simply, they want you back in the yard. Yeah, that's going to be a no for me. I knew you'd say that.
I don't want to go back there. It's too boring for me.
I know. However, they've decided to put their feelings over yours. Let's just hope they don't do anything too foolish. Where is that galloping blue sausage? He's usually on time. Oh, there he is. Playing tank engines? Sensible engine. Take my advice. Scrap your tender and have a nice bunker.
It's not funny. I couldn't get properly situated on the turntable, so I had to run tender first.
How sad.
Just then, James ran past with a passenger train.
Silly big engine. Couldn't fit on the turntable. That would never happen with a small tender engine like myself. Later in the day, Gordon was at Tidmouth when all of a sudden... Ah! What was that?
So how did being a smaller tender engine work out?
Not funny, Gordon. Oh, well, I beg to differ. This could happen to you, Henry. But it didn't. Anyways, I have a passenger train to take. Driver, I feel rather thirsty. No bother, I think you forgot to fill up on water. You're kidding. You'll need to stop. In the middle of the line? It's the only thing we can do right now. Henry came to a stop in the middle of the line. He waited for another engine to rescue him. The engine who did come to his rescue was... Don't say a word. I just find it interesting that this happened to such a reliable engine like yourself. Oh, just hurry up and switch onto my line already. You could have at least said please. James switched tracks and pulled Henry along the line. Later in the evening, the three engines had an indignation meeting.
It's disgraceful!
Disgusting! Despicable!
The circumstances that have taken place today are simply disgraceful. I had to pull a passenger train backwards. James was spun around like a top.
I ran out of water on the main line, even though that was your fault.
Oh, be quiet, James. Back on topic, I have a solution to our problem, and I think you two will agree.
Good morning, Sir Topham.
Good morning, Alice. I'm sorry, I can't stay and talk. I need to go talk to Henry. He has a commuter train leaving soon, and...
Oh, if you're thinking of speaking to Henry, you'd best prepare yourself, sir.
Why?
Well, see, the thing is...
We're on strike, sir. Why am I not surprised? We're being serious, sir. May I ask why? I had to pull the express backwards.
I was spun around like a spinning top, and I ran out of water on the main line.
That last one does sound like a you problem, Henry. The point is, sir, we refuse to work again until there is a shunter, because tender engines don't shunt. Oh, we'll see about that.
Sir Topham Hatt walked away to his car and drove to Wellsworth, where Edward was.
Ah, good morning, sir. What might you be doing here?
Good morning, Edward. I'm here because Henry, Gordon, and James are being uncooperative at the moment.
That's not good. Although, what does that have to do with me?
I want you to shunt there for a while. I would ask Thomas, but he's running his branch line.
Okay, sir, but what about the hill? Surely the bigger engines can't handle it on their own.
The bigger engine should have no problem with the hill. I need you to go there and shunt for the bigger engines.
Okay, sir. I'll go straight away.
Edward left the yard at Wellsworth and went to go to Tidmouth. Edward worked hard at the yards. He shunted the coaches for the bigger engines. Despite his best efforts, not every engine was appreciative.
I must say, all this work is wearing me out.
Oh, quit complaining, Edward.
Oh, come now, James, that's not fair. Edward is working as hard as he can, and all you do is ask him to stop complaining. You should be thanking Edward for all the hard work he's putting in.
Whatever. Where's my next train, Edward?
It's waiting in the harbour.
Thank you. I'll take it straight away. Banker, please. What? Is your hearing going, Adam? I asked for a banker. That's why you're here, isn't it? No, I just brought in that goods train, and now I'm taking a quick rest. Well, somebody needs to give me a hand going up this hill. Well, it won't be me. Fine then, I guess you can explain why this train was late.
Fine if it'll satisfy you. Just let me get turned around.
James and Adam set off from Wellsworth, preparing to take on the hill. Give it your all, Adam. I'm trying, James. Well then try harder. Later in the afternoon, Sir Topham Hatt had come to speak to Edward when he saw Gordon glaring at him. I must say, Gordon looked rather upset.
He is, sir. He says I have grey wheels just because I shunt. If you weren't here, he probably would have wished me.
Well, you won't have to shunt here much longer, because soon you'll be headed back to Wellsworth.
Really, sir? But who'll be taking over?
Well, I bought a new shunter. His name is Percy, and he'll be arriving first thing tomorrow.
That's great, sir. Did you want me to show him around?
Yes, that is the plan, which is why you won't return to Wellsworth immediately.
Sounds good, sir. Anyways, I'd best get back to shunting.
Sir Topham Hatt walked away as Edward went back to shunting around the yard. The next day, Edward was preparing to shunt the express for Gordon, when coming into view was a small green tank engine.
Wow, this place is huge!
Hello there. My name's Edward. You must be the new shunter.
Yes, my name's Percy. I assume this is Tidmouth?
Yes, it is.
Well, I can't wait to get started.
You are eager, I'll give you that. However, working this yard is a big responsibility. Are you up to the task?
Yes, I am.
All right then, let's get started.
The two engines got along well together. Edward handled the coaches, and Percy watched and learned. Percy mainly handled shunting the goods trains, since he wasn't used to the coaches yet. Edward also found out that Percy was not above being mischievous. All right, where am I? Yeah, oh, that wasn't funny, Percy.
It was a little funny. Anyways, your coaches are at the platform. You best go and get them.
What despicable behavior. Henry left to take his passenger train.
I must admit that was funny. Anyways, I have a train to take to Wellsworth and...
You won't be going anywhere, Edward.
Why not?
Your brakes have jammed, Edward. You aren't going anywhere.
Oh, bother.
I could take it for you.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. That way I can explore the line.
All right, I'll let you take it. However, just whistle to the signalman to let him know you're there.
All right, will do, Edward.
Percy arrived at Wellsworth. However, he had forgotten to whistle to the signalman. As he was waiting...
Who's that?
Oh no! What? Gordon was about to say something when...
I won't stay here. I'll run away.
Percy reversed away from Gordon in a hurry. He hoped to get as far away as possible. As Percy descended the hill, he began to tire out. Percy slowed down as he was switched into the yard.
I want to stop. I want to stop. I have stopped.
Yes, you have. Now, let's get you to the water tower where you can have a nice long drink. While Percy was filling up on water, Gordon had come to check on him.
Oh, Gordon. I'm so sorry. I won't do anything like that again.
I believe it. Usually I would reprimand you. However, I believe you've learned your lesson.
Yes, I have. And I won't do anything like that again.
When he returned to Tidmouth, Edward had been fixed, and he told Edward all about his incident.
I told you to whistle to the signalman to let him know you were there.
I know. I guess I got a little distracted.
A little too distracted if you ask me. You ended up in the express platform.
I know, and I'll be more careful.
I hope so. Anyways, I hear Sir Topham Hatt has a surprise for you.
A surprise? I wonder what it could be.
I guess you'll have to wait and see. Anyways, we'd best get back to shunting.
Okay, Edward.
Percy had gone to the works in the afternoon. He returned later in the evening. However, the engines were shocked to see that his GWR livery was gone, and he had a nice NWR green livery with a number 6 on his side.
Wow, these sheds are huge. Forget about the sheds. I see you've had a nice change in livery. Glad to see you haven't gone with the generic blue. Well, I have always been fond of the shade of green, so I thought, why not get a Northwestern Railway green?
Well, it looks nice on you, Percy.
Finally, we have a shunter. Now we no longer have to shunt our own trains.
Careful, James. If you keep up that kind of talk, Percy may go on strike himself.
Yo, whatever, Alice. The engines all talked late into the night. Percy was a welcome addition to the fleet, and he worked hard as the shunter at Tidmouth. In the coming years, another engine would join the fleet. However, I wouldn't want to spoil the next story.